Alright guys, it's finally happening. I'm building what is probably my most requested LEGO set that's in the backlog. This is LEGO Marvel Superhero set number 76102, Thor's Weapon Quest, 223 pieces. And you're probably asking, why did it take me so long to build this and why am I building it today? Well, I just so happened to see a certain movie over the weekend and I wanted to talk about that. But I'm going to do that a little later in this video, so if you haven't seen it yet, there's going to be no spoilers. I just kind of want to talk about my general feelings in the movie and some things that I thought about it. So even if you do watch to the very end, you're probably not going to ruin the movie for yourself. But this set itself, I'm not a huge fan of, to be completely honest with you. I don't think it's that great, but what I do love about this, and the reason that I bought it, are the minifigures. Not only do you get Thor, but you also get Groot and you get Rocket. So I figure, why don't we open this up, build it up, and maybe my opinion on it will change. At the very least, I think Clarkman will really enjoy flying this around, especially with the trash panda inside there. Now for the fun part, the unboxing. I love unboxing LEGO sets. It's just so satisfying. Inside here, we've got bags. How many bags do we have? We've got 2 bags here. Here's bag number 1, and it looks like that builds the main ship. And then in bag 2, we've got the side build along with Thor, and I think I see Groot hiding around right in there. And we come down here, and surprise, surprise, we've got a folded manual. Would I expect anything less? I don't think so. And then also, we've got some stickers. Nothing too crazy there, but if you're allergic to stickers like I am, this set might be a problem for you. Let's see what we got going on inside the manual here. Wow, I was not expecting that. This is actually a 69-step build to build the ship. So let's open it up and see what we got going on here. Another little bag inside there. We'll do a quick fly over here so you can see the pieces out of there. And can we spot Rocket? There's his pants. Just track down all of Rocket's pieces, so let's build him real quick so you can see what he looks like. The hard part with Rocket is actually getting him to stand up, because that gun is so much weight in front of him there. For being such a little guy, he kind of falls forward, but this is what he looks like. He's got the tail in the back, which I think looks great. Can we zoom in and not lose focus? Ooh, I think we did. Here's what his face looks like, and I think we can all agree that he's probably one of the cutest LEGO minifigs that you could possibly build. Just set him off to the side here, and next, I'll build the escape pod for you. Here's the escape pod after finishing bag 1. It's not fully done yet. There's still a roof to put on this and some other pieces as well, but I thought I would take a break to show you what it looks like. This opens up. This is the front, opens up like that, and then the back opens up like that. So that's what we got so far. I'm not sure what to think of this in terms of it actually flying, but I do like the purple pieces that are on the back here. It gives it some nice detail, and I like the use of colors on this at the very least. But we're going to get into bag 2 so I can finish this and finish the set. Slide all this stuff out of the way, and we got the old school LEGO bag. This is what I talk about when I build the pop sets. It's like, why did they go away from these bags with the holes in them and go to these more modern bags? I don't think anyone truly knows the answer to that, but I do kind of like the throwback here. I'll just set that aside for now, and we'll open this one up too. There we go. Whoa, just dropped a piece. It's a brickitect video. Here's a look at all the pieces that came out of here. We got some Technic pins in there. There's Groot. Can't wait to build him. We also have Thor in here too. There's his head. And as we flip the pages here, that's what we'll be building next. There's a look at Groot. Does he have anything printed on his back? He does. He does. That looks really cool. And speaking of looking cool, there's Thor. Let's turn him around too to see his back printing. And I got to spin Thor's head around as well, because there's a little surprise in there too. I got him switched around so you can see his crazy eyes, and I think that's the look that he has on his face when he sees LEGO Star Wars set prices. Now that all the Star Wars fans are triggered, let's continue on with this build and get it finished up. All right, guys, the set is fully completed. You already saw the minifigures, so we'll go right over to the escape pod, which is now fully completed, and it's got a roof on it now. One thing that I realized earlier is I forgot to put a sticker on the side. There was supposed to be a sticker on each of these sides. Now there are stickers, and speaking of stickers, this thing was absolutely loaded with stickers, which is not a good thing on my book. You can pop this top off like that and put your minifinger inside there, and Rocket apparently pilots that. I'm not going to put him in there right now just to kind of keep this moving, but again, I showed you earlier you can open this thing up. How am I feeling about this build after completing it? I really don't love it that much. To me, this is kind of just like an add-on, and they probably come back in focus. There we go. I think we're back in focus now, but this build, in my opinion, probably should have just been thrown in with the Thanos Ultimate Battle set. I know you guys are all probably telling me that I should buy that set now. I'm not going to. I didn't really love this build that much, and for that reason, I'm probably never going to buy that unless I find it on super clearance someday. Bring you guys down here so you can see the rest of this build. This is the forge, I guess, where they made the Stormbreaker axe. And the cool thing about this, not only is there Infinity Stone back here, but if you have this positioned right, pop it out front there, and then the axe is inside there, and that's what that looks like. And I think they did a really good job with this nice little side build. Sometimes I'd call this filler, but this actually works well, and it does go with the movie somewhat, and you can spin it like that and hypnotize yourself if you want to. But those are the two main parts of the set other than the minifigs, which is, again, the reason I bought this. I'm not overly impressed with either of these, though. It's okay, I guess, and maybe Clarkman will love playing with it, but I'll just set those aside for now while we talk about the movie. This is the time to turn this video off if you haven't seen an Infinity War yet, because you're about to get spoiled if you haven't seen it yet, and you still have plans to, because I'll be talking about it briefly here. So I'll give you 1 second to click off of this. Where do we begin? I don't think I'm going to go through the entire plot of the movie. If you want to see that, you could probably find a really good review online, whether it's in written form or in video, that'll tell you everything you need to know about the movie. What I'm going to talk to you about here is my thoughts on the movie and how I felt about it. And after watching it just one time through, I have to say that I was really happy with the movie. Well, until the end, which is where the spoilers are going to come in. But I think they did a really great job encompassing the entire Marvel universe. And I felt like of all the movies that they made and everything that's come together, they gave each of the characters a really nice part in the movie and a time to shine. For example, I'm a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy. They had a pretty big role in this movie, of course, but so did everyone else. And then there was Thanos, which we want to talk about Thanos here. He's a bad guy, of course, but they really did a great job of making you kind of feel like he's not 100% bad. He thinks in his own mind that he's doing the right thing, and you kind of feel for the guy a little bit, even though he's pretty much trying to destroy half the universe or all the people in it. And that's where things got really bad at the end. Being that I'm a big fan of Guardians, like I mentioned, I was not a fan of basically all of them getting wiped out at the end of the movie. That was not cool for that to happen, but I feel like there is a way out of this. You know how they can reverse time, which essentially what happened to Vision, where they reversed time and he went from being saved to basically being killed, I guess. Maybe they can do the same thing, and I think they're just going to undo all of the stuff that happened at the end of this movie. And that was probably my biggest complaint, is that the movie just kind of ends on a cliffhanger. So if for some reason you stuck with this video and you haven't seen Infinity War, I would recommend, if you haven't seen it yet, just wait until the next one comes out. That way you can watch them back to back. This one kind of just leaves you with like half of the Marvel characters being turned to ash, I guess. I don't want to say dead. I guess they're dead. They've been turned to ash, and you still have half of them that are left. And it was just not a good experience for fans of a lot of different series like Spider-Man or Guardians. Who else? Luckily, all the Avengers are still alive, so I'm sure in the next movie they're going to come back and undo all of this, and everyone's going to be back alive again, because there's no way. Maybe you can agree or disagree. There's no way that you can kill off all those characters, but there's too much money to be made. It's just not possible. I think they were just going for the shock factor at the end. But again, the movie itself, really well done with the amount of action that was happening. I would say like 75% of it was just fights that were going on amongst different people and people using different powers and abilities. And like I said at the beginning of this, they just made everyone shine the way that they should for people that are fans of whatever character it is that you're a fan of. You were probably happy with this until the end. But speaking of end, that's where we're at in this video. I want to thank you guys for watching this. Hopefully you're not too upset with me for my negativity on this set. I know some people probably really love it, but for me, this is just kind of just meh. But these guys are, yeah. And we got some extra pieces left over and some purple infinity stones. So how about that, guys? Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one, and also my critique or praise of Infinity War. Good movie, go watch that. Maybe if you're gonna spend $20 on this or the movie, I would spend it on the movie as opposed to the Lego set. You could probably get these guys on the cheap somewhere. Once they start to focus, there we go. But I will say this, if you're a huge fan and you got 40 bucks to spend, get the movie, get the set, and have fun with it. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.